So, welcome to my review of the Classroom of the Elite light novels first year art.
In the distant future, the Japanese government has established the Tokyo Metropolitan Advanced Nurturing School dedicated to instruct and foster the generation of people that will support the country in the future. The students are given a high degree of freedom in order to closely mimic real life. The story follows the perspective of Kiyotaka Ayanokoji, a seemingly quiet and unassuming boy who possesses unrivaled intelligence. He then meets Suzune Horikita, the sister of the school's president Manabu, who's determined to make the current class, that is, the most inferior one, aka their class 1D, go up to class A. And also a two-sided bitch named Kikyo Kushida, and makes them his friends, or tools, in other words. After class D does well in the midterms, a guy named Kensudo from their class is falsely accused of assaulting them. Ayanokoji and Horikita, however, trap them and make them take back their complaint, which infuriates their leader, Ryuen Kakeru. After surviving the finals, the students look forward to their special summer vacation aboard a cruise ship, but instead, they face a special island exam instead. Ryuen works with Class A and Katsuragi to win, but Ayanokoji completely destroys his plan and Class 1D wins the exam instead. After that, the students face yet another test in which the students are divided into 12 groups representing the zodiac signs, and all the classes are faced with a devilishly difficult test of their thinking skills. Meanwhile, Ayanokoji observes his classmate Hirata and a girl named Kei Karuizawa getting angry at him for not protecting her and does the infamous spread your legs thing with Kei. After all of that, the second semester starts off with the sports festival. Two teams, red and white, face off against each other with Class 1D's future on the line. Ayanokoji does a pretty good job in the relay race, facing off against Manabu. Also, Kushida finally reveals her true side, aka Bichira, and Ryuen tries to negotiate with Horikita for private points, but his plan ends up failing. Shaking things up, after another special exam approaches, Nagumo officially replaces Manabu as the president. Meanwhile, Ryuen is out for blood as he sets his sights on Horikita Suzune as a possible candidate for Class D's mysterious mastermind. As the second semester nears its end, Ryuen's manhunt for Class D's mastermind gets more aggressive. When him and his gang torture Kei to break an answer out of her, Ayanokoji steps in and beats him up. Oh boy. After that, we have a little Christmas break in which Kei and Mayasato compete for Ayanokoji's love, while Nagumo makes some sinister moves. Oh, and Class D gets promoted to Class C. The third semester kicks off with a special boot camp. Deep in the mountains, the students get separated into groups along grades and gender lines, and the first, second, and third years must work together. In this, the leader of the group that comes in last will be expelled. At the end, Class 3B is the one that loses the leader. Kei and Hirata officially break up, and a girl named Mi-chan now has a crush on him. Anyway, Sakai Nagi of Class A puts her plan to crush Ichinose into motion and spreads rumors about her criminal history throughout the school. However, Ayanokoji steps in to save her. Sakai Nagi has to retreat. Her and Ayanokoji also make a deal. Meanwhile, Kushida makes contact with Nagumo in what might prove to be a very dangerous alliance. Then the school sets up a cruel test in which each class must choose one of their own classmates to be expelled. Hirata tries to keep the class from turning on each other and fail. Ichinose bargains with Nagumo, and in the end, it's Yamauchi who gets expelled from Class C. Also, a guy named Tsukihiro comes in as the school's acting director and abuses Ayanokoji a bit, telling him to come back to his father. After that, the first years head into the last special exam in which the Class A faces off against Class C and Class B against Class D, leading to Ayanokoji and Sakai Nagi's personal showdown. In this exam, Class D wins against Class B and Class A wins against Class C, which leads to Class C being denoted back to Class D. Finally, the graduation ceremony takes place. Horikita talks to her brother. Ayanokoji puts his plan in action against Tsukihiro as his classmates' suspicions about him grow. Also, him and Kei finally kiss, and Ayanokoji hopes to use Kei as a tool to learn love and actually hopes to be with her in the future, though he may have to return to the White Room. Now let's talk about the best thing in Classroom of the Elite, that being the main protagonist, the man himself, Kiyotaka Ayanokoji. He's simply brilliant as he's got numerous excellent qualities, the main ones being his intelligence, knowledge, and experience. No matter how you try to put it, he has changed the lives of a lot of characters, such as giving Horikita more determination to aim for Class A, being a pretty good friend to Ichinose, giving Sakura more confidence, and of course, being an excellent boyfriend to Kei, and freeing her from her past. All this just so that he can avoid the White Room and live a normal high school life. Now, Let's talk about some characters and rate them. Aina Koji, 10 out of 10 for obvious reasons. Suzune Horikita, an excellent supporting character, 9 out of 10. Keiko Rizawa, kind of annoying, but pretty good, 9 out of 10. Sakai Nagi Arisu, perfect rival, 9 out of 10. Ichinose Honami, pretty good person overall, 9 out of 10. Sakura Airi, whatever, 8 out of 10. Ryuen Kakeru, a pretty good antagonistic sort of character, I guess, 8 out of 10. Kushida, absolutely the worst, 1 out of 10. Shabashira, an excellent homeroom teacher, 9 out of 10. Koenji, fine but way too self-absorbed, 6 out of 10. Shina Hiyori, 8 out of 10. Manabu, the person whom Anakoji respects a lot, so 10 out of 10. Kinsuro, extremely impulsive but he's learning to control himself, so 8 out of 10. Katsuragi Kohei, fine I guess, 8 out of 10. Nagumo Miyabi, I honestly don't like him much, 3 out of 10. Miyake, 8 out of 10. And finally, Aina Koji's father, a pretty abusive one to say the least, 2 out of 10. Overall, the Classroom of the Elite first year arc gets an absolute 10 out of 10. But anyways guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then why not leave a like. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon. Also share this with a friend or two. For my other videos, check out the end screen. Anyways, sayonara and matane.